Hi, I'm Clint Brookshire, Managing Director and Community Leader at Avantax by Cetera. Life it's what you make of it. I love to travel. I love to see the world. Work is very important to me. It's my passion. But what I love is spending time with family, whether it's my nieces, whether it's my husband. It's actually also about our two very special needs boxers. Thank you for joining me today to talk about the important topic of tax-smart financial planning. This is the Inside Track. What is one tax myth or misconception you wish clients, and maybe even some advisors, would finally retire? I did not expect to be on an episode of Mythbusters today, but there is a myth I have to debunk right now, and that is the tax code is not going away. It's actually not getting any easier. Many people don't know this. In my previous life before joining the wealth management business, I worked on Capitol Hill for a year. I can tell you firsthand, the tax code is only going to continue to get more complex. It's not going to get easier. Sorry, Linda, not going away this time. What's the difference between tax preparation and tax intelligent planning? Danny, great question, my friend. I hate to say it, but unless you bought a DeLorean and a flux capacitor, looking in the rearview mirror is basically tax preparation. It's something that's already happened. So if you think about tax preparation, it's very transactional. It's the CPA, it's the accountant actually sitting down, preparing the return based upon decisions that were made last year. Can't do much about it. Can't look in the rearview mirror. However, tax planning, that's the fun part. That's where the clients get to sit down with their advisor and make decisions and think about, hey, this is happening in my life right now. These events are occurring, and what decisions do I need to be making from a tax smart perspective? That's planning. That's where we really show our value. Are clients actually asking for more tax planning, and why? Carla, that's a good question. I would say some of them are, most of them are not. But you know what? All of them should be. Tax questions, tax planning, tax considerations should be a part of every conversation that you have with your advisor. Actually, in 2021, over $600 billion were left on the table in lost tax alpha because clients were not asking the right questions. If you ignore tax planning, you're actually putting your clients' wealth and future at stake. Is it short-sighted if I don't consider adding tax planning to my practice? What risks do I face if I don't integrate it? Well, I'm going to shoot straight. The risks are you're going to lose clients because if you're not giving it to them, somebody else is. The second, you're going to lose trust because guess what? Your clients have family, they have friends. I love to go to parties. I love to go have a good time. Those are the conversations that are happening out there. And if you're not addressing those questions or concerns, bad news, somebody else is. Does tax planning really save my clients money? And if so, how much? It's not a myth. It really, really does, Teresa. Our partners at Russell Investments actually did a study, and as hard as it's always been for our advisors to quantify tax alpha, they actually were able to do it. There's about 1.22% in estimated tax alpha that is saved. And if you're an advisor and you're charging 1%, 1.25%, and you're saving that client that much in tax alpha, I could say that you just earned your fee in a given year, just in that one conversation. How can I use tax intelligent planning as a growth opportunity for my business? It actually can be both a business differentiator and it can be a growth engine. I remember being young and my grandfather told me the biggest gift that they could give is time. While it's not something fun to open, imagine being able to be given the gift of time. And from a time saving standpoint, being able to grow your practice and save time, that means you spend less time doing things in the business and more things working on the business. What are the core investment and planning concepts I need to learn about getting started? Nancy, that's a great question. Before we get started, what's most important before you touch on any specific core concepts is to make sure and ensure that you're delivering a comprehensive and holistic approach, no matter who the client is. At the end of the day, you're going to deal with every type of client, whether they're the Henrys or the Dinks, double income, no kids, or high earners, not rich yet. You probably heard of those acronyms. Or maybe you're working with people that are getting a business started. Perhaps it's clients that are closer to the end of their retirement and they're looking to draw on their savings. No matter what part of that cycle or phase those clients are in, there's a core concept that is going to be applicable. It could be estate planning for those that are just getting started. Maybe they're just married, having kids. There's education planning. We have kids, but we've not started saving money yet. Probably one of the most important topics I hear some of the younger generation talking about is, how do I manage my cash flow? How do I manage debt? Is there such thing as good debt? So there's 6 or 7 core competencies, core ideals that you want to make sure you focus on, it all depends upon where that particular client is in their life cycle. Right now, I partner with a CPA. That's awesome. But we don't talk about potential client outcomes. What should I be doing differently? Raj, I'm glad you asked. That's kind of what we specialize in doing. Chances are you might be talking to a CPA today that's not licensed or affiliated with a wealth management firm. That's okay. The challenge that you and some other advisors might be facing if you're talking to a CPA is they may not know what to be looking for. They may not know the right questions. CPAs, I've known them for 20 plus years. They're very transactional. They can be very black and white, very analytical. Unless you take a specific pointed consultative approach and ask the right probing questions, they're not going to know what to share with you. I would say probably looking at specific line items from the return like AGI. Are they married? How much do they have in municipal interest? There's specific things from the return that CPA could be looking for. They probably just don't know that that's what's going to be helping to drive the conversations on the wealth management side. And that's actually another good reason to partner with a broker-dealer or wealth management firm that actually works with CPAs and knows the value of tax-smart, intelligent planning. Can you give an example where proactive tax planning significantly changed a client outcome? You know what? When's the last time you took a look at where real estate was? Real estate is probably the number one concept or discussion I'm hearing our advisors have right now. Why? Prices have gone up. Whether it's your house, whether it's an apartment building, an office building, no matter what, real estate has gone up. Clients may not realize that when it comes time, if you own that property and it's appreciated quite a bit substantially in value, if you want to sell that, maybe you're tired of being a landlord and you want to sell it, you actually don't have to recognize the gain on that. Many advisors don't realize that. The CPAs do, but maybe the advisors don't. It's called a Section 1031 exchange, and you can actually sell that property, and with the right planning and partnering with the right firm and the right advisor, you could actually potentially defer the gain on any of that sale of the property until a future date. Some advisors still treat tax planning as optional or nice to have. Why is that mindset dangerous today? It's very dangerous. It's not a nice to have. It is critical. It is mandatory. If you're not doing it, somebody else will. You've probably seen some of those commercials on TV where they talk about tax intelligent planning. At the very bottom, when you read that fine print, they're disclaiming it away. We don't have to do that at Avantax and Cetera. We don't have to do that. The landscape is constantly changing. You have a fiduciary duty. There's a standard that you must adhere to. I would say this sounds a little heavy and a little harsh, but if you're not having this conversation, I would consider that financial malpractice. If I'm just getting started, how do I leverage my broker-dealer or support staff to move into tax-intelligent planning? Sarah, that's a great question. I'm hoping that they're already doing that. I don't know what your support model looks like where you're at now. What I can do is I can speak to the support model here at Avantax with Cetera. So we have a regionalized growth team. We actually have 7 of them across the country. We've got 28 team members that I get to partner with day in and day out. Their role, relationship managers, strategically working to help people just like you, working on the business. Not just in it, but working on the business. So what does that mean? That means taking a look at your book of business. Have we mined the tax practice if you're a tax professional? Maybe, maybe not. It might mean that there's certain tax smart tools in our suite of technology that we need to delve into. The good news is you don't have to figure that out. We take a very, very hands-on approach with consulting and diagnosing exactly where our advisors are at in their practice today, but most importantly, where do you want to be this time next year? In much the same way that you ask your clients to do a financial plan, we actually encourage our advisors to partner with us in the context of a financial plan. It might seem a little onerous trying to figure out what does all this technology do and when do I need to use it. The good news is you don't have to figure that out on your own. We have a regionalized growth team structure supporting our advisors on the business. We typically engage with them through a tool called Growth 360. It's a business planning tool where we get to understand where you're at today and where do you want to be this time next year. Last question here. Looking ahead 5 years, what excites you the most about the future of tax-intelligent financial planning? Wow, that's a loaded question. I would say there's probably 2 things that excite me the most. At Avantax, number 1, we are a new partner in the Cetera universe and network. It's been very, very exciting, and I'm so excited about the opportunities that lie ahead, just from technology and tools and planning resources, and just the people that we've met along the way have been just absolutely incredible. I would say probably secondly, the investment in technology. And Not that we didn't invest in technology before, but partnering with an amazing company like Cetera, that investment is magnified 5, maybe even 10 times what we did before. What does that mean for advisors? It means the technology that you're utilizing today is light years ahead of what other advisors and firms were using yesterday. There's a specific tool that we've got called the Tax Intelligent Analyzer. We can actually go in and help you analyze and quantify what is the business within the tax or CPA firm that's potentially discovered on the wealth management side. Not just what is it, but let's quantify it in terms of potential revenue over the next 3, 4, 5 years. Amazing opportunity. I think technology is in everything that we do, no matter what business that you're in. Technology is the way of the future. There's another tool that our advisors are using called Jump AI. When you think about creating time in the day, imagine having a tool like Jump AI that's going to jump into your client meetings and conversations and tell you, Clint, you're talking 60% of the time, the client's talking 40% of the time. Back up. Or something that's going to deliver that conversation to you afterwards and highlight and specifically note follow-up tasks for you and your team. When you think about technology, it simply is the future. Couldn't be more excited about where we're headed. Thank you for these great questions. These have been very insightful. It's nice to hear what is on the minds of advisors out there in the public. The concept of tax intelligent planning is a very special one. It's very near and dear to my heart. So thank you for letting me spend some time with you today.